Hello, everyone. Welcome to today's Q&A live. My name is Gabriel Ryder, leader of Golf Influencer. I'm spearheading this transition with Christo from MSC TV to the Miracle Swing Experience, which is pretty cool because it's still MSC. MSC to the next level of MSC, which has some really cool benefits and features like the community and the live coaching from Christo. So thank you to those 4 people that are hopping on right now. Leave me a comment where you are in the world, how long you've been watching MSC TV4. Christo is going to hop on in just about 1 to 2 minutes once we get some people in this room, and we're going to answer some frequently asked questions. What's happening to the old MSC TV site? If you're a current MSC TV subscriber, do you still get the same access and content you do there to the new one? Some people were concerned that if they do this lifetime membership, Christo might not have an incentive to keep making videos, which we laughed pretty hard about. So we just want to answer some frequently asked questions. Christo's going to be on in 1 minute, so stay tuned. Leave some comments. Cool. We got Oliver from Kentucky. Thanks, Oliver. Really appreciate it. If you have any questions on this move, on this transition, on the new Miracle Swing Experience, on the community, the live access, and the content, leave the comments. That's what we're here for today. We're going to do a live Q&A because this is the last day that we're doing this lifetime membership. This is not a good business model. This is why we're only doing it for our supporter, loyal subscribers and fans. And then after this, it's gone, and it's going to be a monthly or yearly fee that's more higher than what it has been on MSC TV because of the community, because of the live access, and because of the upgrades to the content. Doug from St. George, Utah, appreciate you coming in here. Christo's coming on in about 1 minute. He's in the back end, just letting a few people gather into the room. And we're really going to be talking about what we're doing with this new membership site, why we're changing, and actually how we're doubling down on all this. So Christo's not less involved. He's more involved, more connected to you guys. You have more live access to him and a community of golfers working on the Miracle Swings together, which we've already had some great posts inside the back end of the membership site. So I'm really excited. Christo will be coming on in about 30 seconds. 13 people, thank you for showing up. Leave a comment down below where you're from and any questions you have for Christo on this change. Like I said, we're going to do a frequently asked questions. What's happening to the old MSC TV site? If you're a current member there, do you get access to the same content? What's this look like moving forward for everybody? So Christo's going to come on in about 15 seconds. Excited for you guys. Want to answer all your questions. It's a 90-day money-back guarantee, no questions asked. So if you don't like the community, you don't like the live calls with Christo, which is his first one will be this Wednesday to greet all the new founding members of the Miracle Swing Country Club, you can get your money back, no questions asked, because obviously we're here to support golfers, as Christo has always been. We're here to transform golfers' games. We're not here to do anything other than that. So we appreciate everyone's support. Christo is about to come on in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Christo, good morning to you.
Good morning. How are you, Gabe?
I'm doing good. I'm excited. You know, this is the last day of our lifetime membership offer to our loyal,
last day. Last day. This is it.
So
this is so fun for me, but it's crazy, you know. I mean, it's like, you know, you join this and forever you're going to be a part of a movement that I think is going to be the biggest new movement in golf. And it's actually just going back to the original golf swing. You know, it's insane, but that's what it is.
Well, I'm thankful you're spearheading this movement, because we talked a lot about the new age teaching, and I'm not here to say that it's wrong or bad with the technology and information, the abduction and adduction and all the technical terms. But man, when I was watching you give some lessons the other day at your Miracle Swing Experience and how you're using basic concepts to make a lot of things happen, I told you that's the old school style of teaching. Some people are going to resonate with, you know, the technology and all the technical terms and degrees. But I like, you know, you saying, hey, throw a ball. And that's what the weight shift is like.
It really, okay, when I grew up, you didn't go and take 3 months worth of lessons twice a week. When I grew up, you played golf, and maybe once a year you would go have a golf lesson. And when you went to have a lesson, you would get it in a day. Okay. Like I told the guys at the intensive yesterday that I was teaching, I was like, when I first started teaching these intensives, I had a list of 20 lessons that we were going to go through. And I said, now it's a handful and you're going to know this swing by lunchtime. And the rest of the time, we're just going to be hitting balls, having fun, practicing, and we're going to play tomorrow. You know, it's the easiest swing to learn. Therefore, it's the easiest swing for me to teach. And if you can throw a ball, you can play great golf.
Great, Christo. And one of the main reasons we had to make this change from the platform you were using to the new one is I told you, I go, Christo, the transformation you had in your own game and the transformation you're getting in others is just going to keep expanding. It's going to keep growing. And having worked with other golf membership sites, I go, the community aspect is so huge. People love being a part of a community. People love uploading their swing, sharing what they're working on, giving tips and feedback to other people on their swing and what they can be doing. The community aspect in golf is absolutely huge. And that's why we had to make this switch. And also, I wanted you to be able to do these live grouping coaching calls. We'll give people a little taste of what that is in a little bit. But that's one of the big reasons is for the changes, is community and live access to you. So, Christo, first question is, what is going to happen to the MSE TV site as it is? What is the progression and the plans for that site?
So I think it's very important that I want to tell all my MSE TV subscribers that your support has been absolutely the most wonderful thing of my life. I love you, MSE TV supporters. I'm never going to forget about you. I'd love for you to come to the new site, but the old site is always going to be there for at least as long as the subscriptions last. So that's not going to disappear. You're going to have MSE TV. The thing is, if you want to upgrade to the Miracle Swing Experience TV, you'll get everything MSE TV has, plus you get the community, and I'm going to be here to coach you. I never knew you could coach online. You're teaching me about, the streaming that we're doing right now. And it wouldn't be much different than this. Like, Gabe, ask me a question about your golf swing.
Okay. Well, so this was a great question. Christo was telling me about an interview that he has with a person by the name of Jody Vasquez. And he was telling this, Ben Hogan had told Jody his secret. So Ben Hogan had told his shag boy his secret to his golf swing.
Secret.
And I want Christo to explain what step of that is in the swing, what that secret is, and how you teach that.
Okay, Ben Hogan was famously known for having a secret. And a lot of people think that it was the cup in the back of his left wrist. And maybe that was part of it. It certainly was the part that he talked about publicly in Life magazine. But about 10 years later, he was working with Jody Vasquez, who shagged golf balls for Ben Hogan for 4 years. And they were driving back from hitting golf balls in the golf cart, and Ben Hogan just stopped the golf cart and told him he wanted to tell Jody Vasquez his secret. And Jody's like, he's like in high school. He's like, why is Ben Hogan choosing me to tell me his secret? And he said, the secret, Jody, is running at the ball. Okay. And so this is really kooky because, that's kind of like, what does running at the ball mean? And I've known this since I read Jody's book. Then I flew to Texas and I interviewed Jody about running at the ball. And he's like, he felt that he threw his right knee at the ball. His right knee went at the ball. And so I'm going to jump back here. I got my sweatpants and my, my slippers on, but check this out, guys. So I thought that running at the ball was pulling the knee. At first I thought it was at the ball, but I realized as you're turning, the knee needs to go at the ball, which turns the hips. But the problem with that is I was doing it backwards. Okay. You actually want pressure going back like this with your trail leg. Like if I was going to suddenly decide to turn and run in this direction. So the secret is in the dirt. Running at the ball is step number 4 in the miracle swing, which is squish the bug. You have to squish the bug, and this turns your hips open, and that's how you run at the ball. So if you're here, you have to load, twist into the ground, and that's why Mr. Hogan got these spirals up his leg when he hit the ball. And that's why his pivot was so strong, was because he squished the bug like a baseball player, and he called it running at the ball. But that downward force is what you have to have in order to, it's like a wrench that turns your hips open. That comes up the kinetic chain, it turns the shoulders and comes flying out the end of the club head. But it took me years to figure that out. Years. And when you think about it, Ben Hogan, when he was asked, what's the secret? He'd say, the secret's in the dirt. The secret is in the dirt, because that's why Ben Hogan added the extra spike to the ball of his right foot, was so he could turn and twist and get that torque out of the ground. Ground force pressures, everybody's talking about it with force plates, etc. It's super duper important. But Hogan and these guys understood those pressures. That's a thing that's so crazy to me,
Well, Christo, you've gone on a spiritual journey, and this over-the-top miracle swing, and I've seen the product myself, has been built around these gems and these things that you've learned through traveling across the country and learning from Roger Dunn and learning from Ben Hogan's shag boy Jody Vasquez and learning from Jim McLean and all these different coaches. That's been a 13-year journey for you with these gems and nuggets that is real. That is like real. Then not only did you get the realizations, but then you experienced them and then transformed your game. And now you're helping other people. So this is the type of live access you get because Christo, I've talked to him a lot, has a lot of stories from traveling all across the country, whether it's with Jack, whether it's Chi-Chi, whether it's Gary, whether it's Roger, whether it's Jim, whether it's Jody, whether it's McHatton. And these are the questions that are going to help you really build the easiest swing for the longevity of your game, where you're hitting the best shots and you can enjoy the game of golf the best as you continue moving forward. Christo, a frequently asked question is, if I'm a current MSC TV subscriber, which for those who don't know, we're giving an exclusive discount for the MSC TV subscribers that come over because we know you've already been investing in your game. If you didn't get that discount, I'm putting a link to an email in the comment box right now, support@miracleswingexperience.com. Email me and I'll send you your exclusive discount. But they want to know, do I get the same content that's on the MSC TV website that I have right now in the new one? Big question.
Okay, so I have a ton of content in MSC TV. I've been building this for years. And the thing that's so incredible is the Miracle Swing Experience. It's just MSC TV Plus. It's like Disney Plus. So you're going to get the whole library. The one thing I would say is this library is so big. It's literally, I don't know how many hours it is. It's like, hours and hours of long form videos and even all the way down to shorter tips. It's all being migrated to the new website. So unfortunately, you can't just snap your fingers and transfer 500 videos, but we started with the most important, which are the over-the-top miracle swing. All my Mr. Hogan episodes with Jack Nicklaus, Chi-Chi Rodriguez, and Gary Player. That's several hours right there. My driving evolution, which I used to gain over 60 yards of distance. And you could even say it's like 80, because I hit a drive on a TrackMan 332 yards a year ago. It's like, for me to be able to pick up that much yardage, it's insane, especially from the beginning. And also MSC Fitness. So one of the things that I'm so excited about is, like, I used to be a personal trainer. I'm a certified yoga instructor. I taught karate. I've found in my 40s that I was in bad shape. I let myself kind of, I threw in the towel. I gained a lot of weight and I was working at a desk and I kind of lost that fitness that I mean, that was like a cornerstone of my life. And then my old martial arts training partner, he said to me, he goes, man, we were doing it wrong. Our attitudes about diet were wrong. And when you're a kid, or when you're even in your 20s and 30s and you're training as much as I used to, I was still very, fairly trim. But when I started working at a desk, the weight just started to pile on me. And then, so my martial arts training partner, we were at the beach one summer about 5 years ago. And I was like, hey, man, I'm trying to get in shape. I actually, have lost a lot of weight. And my buddy Eric's looking at me. He's like, yeah, you're doing okay. And I was waiting for him to say like, yeah, you are losing weight. And he goes, you have to understand, I trained with you when you were the Florida Open karate champion. There's a Ferrari under there. You used to look like freaking Bruce Lee. And I'm still like 30 pounds overweight at the time. And he goes, it's like you have a Ferrari parked in your garage and there's dust and dirt and boxes all over it. Why don't we pull that Ferrari out of the garage and let's get it running again? So if you look at MSE Fitness, you're going to see my diet tips, which that's where he really blew my mind, was I did not understand how our bodies burn fat. Okay. And I'm going to tell you something. The food pyramid is a bunch of garbage from big food, okay? The food pyramid is why everybody's sick in the United States. People are heavier than they've ever been. It's just, I found that, digestive problems, all sorts of things went away when I looked at a new approach to my diet. Then my workouts are very simple, easy to follow. I only worked out in the gym 1 day a week. I lost over 40 pounds. And when you look at MSE Fitness, I got so lean, I had to start putting some weight back on. Okay. Plus, I have yoga. I became certified to teach yoga. Yoga has changed my life. I used to think my knees were so banged up. People would say, hey, you're going to have your knees operated on and stuff like that. I'm like, man, I can't even crouch down to read a putt anymore. Oh, you're going to have your knees operated on. Well, after I started practicing yoga, my flexibility, everything came back. I'm 54 years old and I can still pop down into a split. But would you believe, out of the 4 videos I offer in MSE Fitness, the most popular is meditation? Isn't that crazy? People watch the meditation video more. I think the reason why it gets more plays is because people revisit it and they want to do the meditation, because I do a meditation session at the end of the video. And I meditated this morning. I try and meditate every morning. And I start in my meditation video with a 1-minute meditation. Like, you just have to. We have a monkey mind that just wants to swing from vine to vine to vine. And you just can't, if you're stressed or anxious or, suffering from anxiety, you have to learn to calm your mind down. And that's the same thing that I do on the golf course. You have to learn to calm your mind down, and your mind and your emotions are connected to your breath. And that's what this program is all about, is learning to really reach your full potential, but not just in full potential, like in an egoic sense, but reach your full potential in happiness and being okay. Like, you know what? I'm okay. I'm good. I'm blessed.
That's what I love about, what you've created with MSC, is just the well-roundedness of what's in there, whether it's how to gain distance, whether it's health and fitness, whether it's meditation, whether it's the system of the over-top miracle swing. Just want to jump in here. Bill says, what's the cost? And I just want to jump to the screen really quick and see if we can go here to the site. This is a lifetime membership that's ending today. with a 90-day money-back guarantee. You can see some of the awesome testimonials Christo's got. I told Christo he's got the best testimonials in the world. And it's coming with the new updated and revised over-the-top Miracle Swing, which is what, a little bit over an hour, Christo? What's the time on that?
Yeah, it's an hour and 4 minutes of swing simplicity.
We got the Hogan Code. We got MSC Fitness, Christo's been talking about, and the Driving Evolution. We got some exclusive interviews with Gary, Jack, and Chi-Chi. You're also, I think this is really cool, and I think this is awesome. You're getting a signed novel of Christo's new book, Jack Dagger, A Link's Tale, which is a fictional story about the miracle swing, right? From lost to legend, the incredible story of golfer Jack Dagger's journey to redemption and the miracle swing that saved him. Plus, you're getting the audiobook version and the digital version. So this is new that was just released recently. Getting a $300 voucher, Christo. And what could people use this voucher for?
You can use it for a lesson package or for an MSC intensive. So the gift voucher practically pays for your lifetime membership. If you ever wanted to take lessons with me, the gift voucher pays for your lifetime membership.
And guys, this is ending today. So this package and this $300 voucher is ending today. We're not giving that out, after this. There's not going to be a lifetime membership. It's not a good business model. That's why you don't see other golf membership sites doing it. But we do this when we do launches, and we do want to support our loyal subscribers and supporters. So that's why we're doing this right now. And then the new benefits, and this is going to be the best part, we actually have, I'll share my screen in a little bit on another tab, but we have a community going on where they have a feed. It's just like Facebook, but within our private app, right? So the app is called Circles, which we're using. It also has an Android app and an iPhone app so that you can have the videos wherever you go. If you want to have them on the range, if you want to communicate with people, the app can be with you on your phone and you can stay connected. And we're doing these live group coaching calls with Christo every month to answer all your questions. So if you're working on sacred step number 2, if you're working on sacred step number 4, hey, Christo, tell me what to do here. I was not fully getting that, or whatever it may be. And Christo can look at your swing and then give you feedback live. So this ends in 16 hours at midnight tonight. This is everything you get. We just ran through it. And it's a lifetime fee. You pay once, you never have to pay again, and you have a 90-day money-back guarantee. So this is really us trying to figure out the best offer we can give you guys to give you the best deal to be a founding member of the Miracle Swing movement, the Miracle Swing Country Club, the Miracle Swing experience, and let this method transform your game and be part of a like-minded community of miracle swingers all across the world. And for those who are current MSC TV subscribers, you get all the same access and content that you currently have with the new site. We're going to do that only for you guys because we're not sure exactly what bundles we're going to be doing moving forward. But of course, for being a founding member, we're going to make sure that you're not losing anything, but you're gaining everything that you still had. Plus, you're getting the community access and the live coaching from Christo every month, plus the voucher, plus the signed physical book. I mean, it's not, we threw the whole catch and seek at him, Christo. We're like, what else could we do? We kind of just added it all up. Like, this is the best deal we can possibly give people to be a founding member to join moving forward.
Yeah, I mean, basically, it's everything I can give you. I'll be your personal coach online every, at least once a month. I can look at your swing. I'll be like, okay, you need to work on drill number 5. You need to work on drill number 2, and that's the thing that's so incredible about it. I call this a miracle because I experienced the miracle. And you guys who really have watched my swing evolution, this is 13 years of busting my butt because this is what I want. I want to be able to hit the ball great. And I've searched and searched and searched. And I'll tell you, I got a message yesterday from Jim McLean. And, this is a text. We're working on a project together. And I was in the middle of teaching the intensive. And Jim said, we were talking about the project. And I told him an update. And he goes, "This is great news, Christo. Thanks for keeping me informed. Are you working on the same things that we did here in Miami? I know you like to go to a lot of teachers. Keep me updated." And I wrote, "I've worked with a lot of teachers because I've been searching. The reverse slot Your exit lessons are all I've done since Miami, and I simply want to own this swing. Thank you, Jim. It's the best I've ever hit the ball. So that's me talking with Jim McLean, because he was the first one to really talk about the inside over the top move, at least among the elite golf instruction. You know, he recognized it because of Bruce Litsky, and Jim put out a tweet about Bruce Litsky, and that's what inspired me. After 12 years of my swing evolution, I was frustrated, and I was like, you know what? I'm just going to swing over the top like Litsky did. You know, Jim McLean said that he flushed the ball, so I'm just going to try it. And I never tried it because all of the propaganda in golf today is you have to do it the opposite way. Well, I took it inside and up, hit down on the golf ball, absolutely smoked a ball. And it was for the first time I felt max leverage on the shaft that I could maintain through impact and well past, the way Hogan talked about. And I knew that moment. I ran to my camera because I was filming. I'm like, that's the purest shot I've ever hit in my life. And that's the miracle swing. So my evolution has essentially ended when I discovered the miracle swing. And, you know, it's just incredible, man. You know, I'm like, you know, I'm buds with Jim McLean now. It's like sending me texts about, are you still working on what we worked on? I'm like, yes, man, this is it. This is really it. And it's easy. And I have not had a single day that I've gone to the golf course and thought I wasn't going to be able to leverage the club and hit a solid shot. And you know what Jim said about Bruce Litsky? He said, there's a lot of pros who have high maintenance swings. They got to get hundreds and hundreds of balls in a week to maintain their swing. Then there's low maintenance swings that, you know, they don't need a lot of practice to maintain being good. Bruce Litsky had a no maintenance swing. He never practiced, and he was one of the all-time greatest ball strikers in history. You know, and that is miraculous to think you could hit a golf ball that solid and not have to bang balls every day at the range. I used to be afraid every day that I was going to lose it. And you just, once you understand how to create leverage this way, the same way you create leverage in judo with an over-the-shoulder throw, same way you throw a baseball, same way you serve a tennis ball, the same way you swim. Once you understand that leverage, you'll never lose it.
Well, Christo, with that being said, I'd love to share one testimonial or two. I want to see if the audio can come through. Let me know if it comes through. This is a new streaming platform that we're learning to use. So let me go here. Oop, and then I want to see if people can hear this from Will. Let's see.
When I started figuring it out yesterday, it's really the first time I've ever felt that I was able to bend the shaft and actually compress the ball. My club head speed was always like 85, and it's reading 105.
Oh, that's a tour.
I've never hit my 3-wood that way.
Really?
What club is this? Yeah, that's wild.
So, I mean, I just love the testimonies that you have, that you've been getting, and I wish we could get more, because I know you were just telling me some great testimonials you were getting yesterday as you were teaching with the My Miracle Swing experience, because you're teaching this weekend. For those who don't know, Christo's teaching 9 to 5 yesterday and today at one of his Miracle Swing schools. Christo, take it away.
These guys, okay, so since I started teaching the over-the-top Miracle Swing, every intensive, every student gets it. It's so simple. I'm going to tell you this. It's so simple and effective. I think the entire methodology in the current world of golf instruction should be reassessed, if not purged, because the guys like Sam Snead, Bobby Jones, Jackie Burke, they all did this. This is the way the golf swing was taught until the swing police showed up in the 1970s and started to change it all. It's like golf has amnesia. This is the simplest and most effective way to hit a golf ball. And I told the guys at the intensive yesterday, if you go to Winged Foot It's a 36-hole golf facility, one of the best in the world with the famous clubhouse. You go to the driving range and it's like 12 stalls and it's only 210 yards deep. You know why? Because back in the day, the driving range wasn't a place where you spent your life. It was just a place you went to warm up before you played golf. You should just own your swing from the freeway to the fairway. You shouldn't have to hit a million buckets to keep your swing up. It's like the world of golf is playing with inadequate clubs, but instead of clubs, it's an inadequate process to learn the golf swing. Take it inside and up, and you can leverage it over your shoulder. What you don't want to do over the top is take it back the modern way, down the line, and then go over the top. Then you're in really bad situation. The key is you got to take the club back deep to the inside, and then you take it over the top to put it on the plane. And when you do that, you've got all the leverage. It's like Santa Claus throwing a bag of presents into his sleigh. It's so freaking simple. It's insane.
Yeah, and it is insane, and it's exciting because the testimonials are the proof in the pudding. And I want to say thanks to Richard. Richard said, "I'm signing up for sure. Time to invest in my game." Richard Stokes, we appreciate you.
Right on, Richard.
AKJEL just signed up for the lifetime membership. You guys,
welcome aboard. Guys, I'm going to be sending out a message as soon as we're done this weekend to everybody. I'm wondering if these guys can get like an FM next to their name or something, so they'll always be seen as a founding member on the website. It's like a blue check mark on Twitter or something, except, hey, man, this guy's got a gold badge with FM. He's a founding member of the Miracle Swing Country Club that is literally going to change back the game of golf.
That's what we're doing. We're doubling down because we believe in this miracle swing movement and this miracle swing method so much, and the transformations it's getting people and the overall philosophy, that we just wanted to get to more people. We want more people to learn and get involved and transfer their games. And let me go there real quick. I want
to mention this gentleman that just signed up. He's been a part of the MSE system for 5 years, and he said the OTT system, 3 swings is all it takes. 3 swings. It's like it took, I just was warming up. I'm like, let me loop it the other way. And I knew enough to take it inside if I'm going to do this move. And boom, I smoked the first ball. And I'm like, Jesus, where has this been?
He's one of our miracle swing evangelists. He's going out and preaching the good word, converting other people to the miracle swing.
It's like a lot of people may think that I'm loud, or I'm like, guys, you got to try this. I've been doing the same thing my whole swing evolution. If I find a tip or something that's really good, I'm like, guys, you got to try this. The inside over the top move that is the miracle swing, I don't know how else to say it. I have not for a moment thought about going back to dropping it under. It hurt my back. It caused my early extension. I couldn't rotate, but as soon as I got over this space on my right side, it wasn't crunched down, and I could get through the shot. All of a sudden, it's like, boom, I just started spinning, and I can keep pressure on the shaft. I don't want to geek out too much on the technical, but it's real.
Let's go in there. Well, let's go back over the frequently asked questions, because that's kind of the main purpose of this. Is the last day, 90-day money back guarantee. You go to the website.
Hey, can I tell Oliver something? Oliver, when I try to use the squish the bug move, it makes me hang back on my back foot and hit it fat. Is there a timing trick? Well, the timing trick is sacred step number 2, and it's an early shift. You have to be left, okay? You have to shift early. I say as you lift, you go left, you go over the top, then you squish the bug. If you hang back and try and squish the bug, you are going to hit it fat. So, wow, here it is, Gabe. Cool. So this is me talking about throwing ball. If you're throwing a ball, you're going to shift as you lift. And so that's the key. So if you're not shifting soon enough and you try and squish the bug, it is very likely what you're going to do is hit the ball fat. And if you understand my concept of the magical 4 inches, you'll understand forever where the bottom of your swing arc is always going to be. So, that's really what it comes down to is a weight shift.
In what we're building right now with Christo, as we're already actually on our 3rd revision of the Miracle Swing method, is a step-by-step system, 7 sacred steps with drills for every step, and then common faults and fixes. Because Christo's been teaching this more than over the last year, I've been working on this for his whole his whole life of golf. He knows these problems. So Oliver's question is a very common question. The product, on the Over the Top Miracle Swing instructional video that's in the membership site, Christo talks about this. He goes, this is one of the biggest faults and common things that I see is people staying back on their back foot. And then he goes into detail on how to work on that. So Christo already knows the common person's problems, their tendencies with each one of these steps. And then he gives you drills to fix them and to improve them.
Yeah. So I want to say real quick, thanks to my main man, Eric. Bro, Eric, thank you for being an OG follower. That's I'm real honored that you're going to be a part of this. And also, Mr. Oliver, I'm really glad that, you understand what I'm saying. And this is the thing that's crazy is the Over the Top Miracle Swing is so simple. The fixes are that simple. It's the easiest system to teach if you wanted to be a golf teacher. And when you learn it, you can share it with your friends, So Vince wanted to know, he just upgraded to from month to month to an annual subscription for MSE TV. So Vince, you've been a part of this for a long time. I want to say thank you so much, Vince, because I know your name. I know who you are. I hope one day I'll meet you in person. But your discount as an MSE member, when you apply it to get MSE TV, it is about, I believe, 70% of your annual price for MSE TV is discounted from the new product. So the few months that you've paid, the rest of your year is essentially paid for with your discount.
Yeah, we're looking to help, especially all these current MSE TV subscribers. We'll work out a deal for you. Just send me an email. Sorry, I had to get my computer charger, amateur mistake. At that web domain, at that email address that I put in the chat box, support@miracleswingexperience.com. Christo, let's head over to the membership site real quick. Answer a few more of these frequently asked questions. Just kind of want to repeat ourselves because we got new people on now that weren't here in the beginning. So, Doug, we answered this question. Just going to answer it again. Hey, I'm wondering, since I upgraded from the old MSC, will this new MSC site then have access to all the teaching videos? I saw you comment saying, hey, Doug, you will get access to all the same content. You can cancel your current MSC subscription and you won't lose any content. We got some news. The new recent people who just joined over here on the right.
Oh, cool. Look at this. We've got our founding members is growing. That is so awesome, man. Guys, again, I want y'all to get a badge for being founding members so everybody always knows that you're an OG.
We got Larry from Massachusetts saying, hey, hopefully looking forward to being able to swing the club without re-injuring my back. Main reason why I'm here, I'm all in. Will be interesting to see how I evolve being so far away. Thank you, Christo, for sharing your journey. We got Christo's first live Zoom call, which is actually integrated into the platform. So we don't have a Facebook group over here and you have to go to a Zoom link over here. This is all done in one place. And that's going to happen. Christo's first live in the group to answer all your questions, to greet you all as your founding members this Wednesday at 3. And then we have all the courses here, with more being uploaded. So we're moving forward full steam ahead, Christo.
Yeah, I just hope folks will give me a little bit of patience. Like, we have to transfer the entire library, which is hundreds of videos. I have to, I'm going to send every founding member an autographed personalized signed copy of Jack Dagger, A Lynx Tale, which is the story of a pro golfer that rediscovers his original swing, which is the miracle swing. And he goes on to re-enter the US Open and finally reaches full potential in golf. So you're all going to get a signed copy of this, but please, it takes me a month from the printer to get the books. And then after that, I'm going to personally sign to you, Drew, Eric, all you guys, Vince. I'll sign a copy, to you. And I think, Drew, you already have one because you came to you came out for lessons. But the point of it is I want you guys to, really feel a part of this. And these are gifts, this is my gift to you. You don't just have a novel, there's the amount of work that I put into this. I don't, whatever. My entire life is devoted to this, and it's honest to God, it was a selfish pursuit. I wanted to play the best golf that I could play. So I went on this journey. Now, the wonderful thing is I'm returning from the journey. I told Jim McLean, I said, I've stopped searching. That's why my swing evolution has ended. It's not really an evolution anymore. It's just a refinement. And so I want very much to share this miracle. It's nothing short of a miracle. Okay. If you guys know my story, the week, or let's say 2 months before I started my swing evolution, I was standing on the 18th tee at Simi Valley. I had 115 strokes on the scorecard. And on the 18th tee, there's trouble right, trouble left. I flared a slice out into the, tall junk. And I walked to the cart and sat down. And my best friend goes, "Hey man, aren't you going to hit another one?" And I said, "I'm out of golf balls." And he said, I've got plenty of golf balls. Reach in my bag, just hit another one. And I said, "I'm done. I'm done." And then I started my swing evolution. And 3 months into my swing evolution, I shot 79. And then I shot in the 70s 14 times that year. And I decided to start sharing what was working for me with the world. This is the best information from 13 years of endless maniacal research. And it's been hiding in plain sight. That's the thing that's so insane about it. It's the simplest swing to learn. It's the most natural swing to learn. It's the way every kid swings when they pick up a golf club, and it gets trained out of us. But it wasn't trained out of Bobby Jones. It wasn't trained out of Sam Snead. And it wasn't trained out of Jackie Burke or George Newts. And I've got dozens and dozens of examples. I just want to share it with everybody. And the beautiful thing is you guys are going to get it so quickly, but we're still going to be a part of the Miracle Swing Country Club. It's going to be like, "Hey, Vince, how was your round?" "Oh, dude, I just smoked it. I kicked everybody's butt in the Skins game." "Drew, what's going on?" "Oh, man, he plays at all these really nice courses up in Northern California. I just did, That's the thing that's so fun about it, is being a part of a movement that's going to change the world of golf. I'm absolutely convinced of this. I'm convinced because I spent so many years trying to figure it out. And at the end of the day, that's what golf is all about. It's always going to be frustrating. I play 14 strokes better than when I started my swing evolution, but I'm still irritated. I'm still irritated when I walk off the 18th green thinking, "Man, I missed that short birdie putt on 5. So that's the one thing I'll tell you is, the frustration is always, but I'll tell you the beautiful thing though, is I'm not mad at myself. I used to be ashamed of my golf swing. I used to be embarrassed and I used to be ashamed. I don't feel that way anymore. I feel proud of my golf game. And, somebody was asking me about John Levitt, my friend who played in 3 US Opens. Is he going to be a part of the site? I play with him every week. John's the best golfer I know. John is the one that first told me about the over-the-top move. He said, "Christo, it's going to feel like you're going over the top, but that's not really what's happening." And I'm like, it took me about a year to understand what he was saying. And then when I did it right, I was like, oh my God, I finally understood it. Now, John is 59. He's a pro golfer. He's won 100 professional events. And last year, he shot 61 at Brookside from the championship golf tees, 11 under par at Brookside. He said, I've been playing here my whole life, and that's the best round I ever shot. 11 under par at Brookside. And we're talking about a 58-year-old guy playing his best golf with the over-the-top move.
I like John. I met John. He's a cool guy. Now, Christo, we got some new people in the room. We're up to 28 people. This is a frequently asked question, so we're gonna go back to it. We even had Eric say the same thing. I'm gonna bring his question up, kind of go over the main frequently asked questions we have about this change from MSC TV to the Miracle Swing Experience. Tell me if I'm wrong here. So a lot of people want to ask, what's happening to the old site going forward to the new site? I believe you said we're going to slowly phase that out, right? We're not here to cut the cord right away and cancel everyone's subscriptions. We're saying, hey, if you have access and if you don't want to join to the community, if you don't want to join to the live coaching, get the voucher, get the signed book, then once your subscription ends, we're going to start ending that site. So we're actually not allowing any more new people to sign up for the MSC TV. And as these subscriptions end over the next year, that site will naturally phase out and then it'll end. And then everything will be 100% completely on the Miracle Swing Experience moving forward. Another question we have is, so Eric said, when we sign up for the new site, will our MSC subscription be canceled for us, or do we need to cancel? Eric, because these are different platforms and they're not integrated into each other, it would help us just with the workload that we're doing to transfer everything over. If you could just cancel your current one on MSC TV, and then you'll be fully in there with the community, with the live coaching and the lifetime access that's ending today. This is not happening again. The lifetime membership, 90-day money-back guarantee, miracleswingexperience.com is ending today as our thank you to being a founding member of this Miracle Swing movement. And then another question we keep getting is, am I still going to get the same access as a current MSC TV subscriber on the current site to the new one? And that is another, of course, yes, right? You're only gaining with the community, the live coaching. You'll still have access to all the same content. Only for the founding members, by the way. This is only for you guys. So moving forward, like I said, we're not sure the bundles and what we're going to do, but you guys are getting the most because you're here right now. You've been a part of this journey before. You're part of it now, and you're going to be a part of moving forward. Christo, we've had quite a few sales on the site. So the Miracle Swing movement, the founding members is growing, and we do want to say thank you so much. We're doubling down. Christo's going to be more involved in the community with the live coaching. Christo's continuing to do things that no other YouTubers or golf instructors are doing, with just going to Florida just a few months ago with Jim McLean, finishing the Hogan episode, the in-depth interview with Jim McLean. Christo's also going in April to meet with another golfing legend, Jackie Burke. So this is a lifestyle for Christo. One person said, hey, if I do this lifetime membership, I feel like Christo doesn't have any incentive to keep making content. I go, Christo's been working in Hollywood and TVs and shows and movies long before he even got into golf. And this is our way of doubling down and just taking My Swing Evolution to its next evolution and going to the next step, which is why we're here. Christo has a bigger team behind him to help him with YouTube, to help him with the community, so he can focus more on the teaching, the traveling, the content, and everything can just be upped up with the content and the quality.
So imagine somebody thinking I'm not going to keep making videos when Jackie Burke's daughter writes me and invites me to Champions to interview her dad. Isn't that crazy? I honest to God, it's like I was blessed by an angel or a fairy sprinkled pixie dust on me. When I started my swing evolution, the way the doors opened up, to meet Jack Nicklaus, to take a lesson with Gary Player, to work with Jim McLean, and now Jackie Burke. And there's a lot more on tap, guys. I'm not even going to tell you yet, but some of the biggest names in golf are reaching out to me because this isn't snake oil. This is the real deal. And, I see some of these notes here, but like Kurt says here, link to
Christo,
the view, share
you
my
click,
2 cents. OTT is legit. It is
yeah.
legit.
And Christo, if you click on those comments, you can bring them up on the screen.
Oh, cool.
There you go.
OTT is legit. It's embedded and a part of every great swing of the golden era. Guys, I'm going to tell you, in my new video, I show the Ryder Cup from 1953, and every guy's going off the tee box. Every single guy takes it inside. And if you take it inside, you have to go over the top to get onto the plane. Every single guy. This is the way the golf swing used to be. And those guys played amazing golf. And so if you're frustrated, if you don't feel like you're playing the game that you're capable of, you just have to give it a try. If you try and take it inside as deep as you can, go a little over the top and smash down on the back of that ball. It's gonna change your life. Now, if you want to really nail it down, become a member of MSE, the Miracle Swing Country Club, because that's where my 7-step process, the 7 sacred steps, I call it, you can go step by step. So you'll know, okay, am I doing this step right? Am I doing this step right? And then there's faults and fixes. One of the guys asked, how do you fix a hook? Okay, so when you're hitting a hook, the face sends it, the path bends it. So the direction it takes off in is where your face is pointed. The path bends it. That means you're inside to out. So you need to take it a little more over the top. It's such a simple system. It's crazy. So Bill asks about Jack Nicklaus. Nicklaus early in his swing took it back more to the inside. I prefer his 1960s swing. But when he got to the 70s and he started to do the reverse C, he started to take the club more down the line. And that's actually a big part of when the swing started to change.
Christo, you got about maybe 7 minutes. Is that correct? Because I know you have to go teach.
I've got students for a Miracle Swing Intensive that I'm going to have to leave in 8 minutes to go teach. And I'm going to say thanks to my students. If anybody's watching, it is so much fun to be able to go to the golf course and work with you guys. And if you go to Twitter or Instagram, I've got a couple of my, students up on there. And, one of my students, Paul, he flew in from Cleveland, and he's a member of the Cleveland Symphony Orchestra, and he works in percussion. And so he's a master of timing. And, we had great conversations about the correlations between the golf swing and music. And it's such an honor that amazing people of all walks of life will fly from around the world to study this with me. And I'm telling you, Paul's got it. Paul's got a new golf swing. And I put him on Twitter and I put him on Instagram this morning because he just, he's got an iron in his hand and he just takes it inside. He was working on his inside move and he just pounds, it's effortless compression. And when you feel a well-struck golf shot, Ben Hogan described it and he said, it's a feeling that goes up the shaft, through your hands, and into your heart. I felt it the first time I did the OTT swing and I haven't gone back since. And I just want you to have this feeling. I'm telling you, take it inside and up, swing a little over the top. Don't go crazy, but feel the outer rail and pound down on the back of the ball. That's going to change your life. And if you want to really refine it, learn the 7 sacred steps so you'll always have it for the rest of your life. Become a member of the Miracle Swing Country Club, and we'll be doing it together. And I swear you're going to be so happy. We have a 90-day money-back guarantee. We have a 90-day money-back guarantee. If I'm full of BS, quit.
Listen. We're getting so many questions from Grant on the swing, Bill on the swing. Like people asking about the hook. It's like, if you like what you're doing now, I got to stop Christo because he's got 4 minutes. And if anybody has any more questions on the membership site or the moving forward or the community or the new Miracle Swing experience, put them in because we only have a few minutes left. We're going to be doing another live stream, 7 p.m. PST time tonight. Is that correct, Christo?
I'm teaching until at least 6 o'clock. We're going to be playing the Canyon Cup this afternoon. As soon as I'm done with that, I'm going to hose off and I'm going to be back in the studio giving another live stream with you, Gabe, telling you more stories of the Miracle Swing experience.
So for the people who are asking questions, does Jack Nicklaus go over the top? How do I use my hands and arms? Hey, if I stay too back on my back foot, hey, I'm doing this. This is what these lives are for. And this is exactly why I told Christo, you need to be doing this, because Christo has such great stories with insights from these rare people in the game of golf, whether it's Hatton or Dunn or Vasquez or Jack or Chi-Chi or Gary, that these are the things that are going to help transform your game. These are the things that are going to help you understand the Miracle Swing. And that's why Christo can transfer it to people. If you go to the site, look at the testimonials, people gaining distance, people not, one guy said he's got a bad back and he's hitting balls all day and he's not sore, not hurt at all.
He hit balls for 8 hours and he couldn't hit a small bucket before his back hurt before.
So we're saying, try it out. If you don't believe in it and it doesn't work for you, right? Because that's what any great product does. It gets results, right? The movement is only going to be a reflection of the transformations and results we get people. We're saying, hey, we believe in the Miracle Swing method so much. And if you've watched Christo for a little bit, you know it's backed by tried and true. It's like the pure essence of the golf swing. And so if you don't like it, it doesn't work for you, you don't like the community, get your money back. It's simple, right? We're here to help people be part of a community, be part of a movement, and have you playing the best golf of your life. And if this connects with you, then this would be the best time to join. Christo, we appreciate your time. If there's any more questions, we got about 2 minutes left.
So Vince asked about Chris Cheddar. Okay. Look at Chris Cheddar's golf swing. She takes the club back to the inside. I didn't. And she told me, she asked Ben Hogan if her backswing was too inside. And he goes, Raymond Floyd does it and he's doing fine. So isn't that a great story, Vince? That's straight from Chris Cheddar telling me what Ben Hogan told her. And it's what I'm doing now. I wasn't taking it back to the inside enough before. It's just so crazy, you know? So at any rate, it's, guys, I love you. I just want to tell you, I love you because I was ashamed of my swing. I was ashamed of my game. And I started my swing evolution and people were nice enough to join in and follow. And to be able to play at the level I am today, I'm not going to quit trying to get better, but I'm just going to tell you, I've been blessed. That's why I call it a miracle. I want you to be blessed. I want you to have the miracle. It's not hard. It's really pretty simple at the end of the day. And it's priceless. It's priceless. And I want to leave you with one more thing. There's a lot more to the golf game than technique. When you learn the Miracle Swing, you can transcend technique and you can begin to work on the most important part of the golf game, which is yourself. Okay. That's really what it's all about, is you have to master the technical aspect to be able to hit a ball solid, to really begin to explore who you are deep down inside. The game reveals us to ourselves. Okay. So I don't want you to be hindered by a bad golf swing. Just learn to hit the ball solid with leverage with the over-the-top Miracle Swing. And then new doors of the game will begin to open and you'll start to see aspects of yourself in your own psyche that you'll be surprised, you know, you've never had access to before. And one lesson I want to give you that's not about the golf swing, that's from Chi-Chi Rodriguez. I think it's really, really valuable. And you'll find Chi-Chi's interview in the Miracle Swing Country Club. And he said, when you hit a bad shot, don't get mad at yourself for hitting a bad shot. Just tell yourself, I got that out of my system. That's all it is. The pros hit bad shots. Golf is hard. Okay. Learn to take it easy on yourself, relax. You know, Harry Vardon said, I expect to make 7 mistakes a round. It's just one of those mistakes. Don't beat yourself up. Don't be ashamed of your game. Love golf, love yourself, and recognize that you're best to be able to play the game that we all love. And I'm blessed to have a community and a group of people that are like-minded, that love the game and understand the importance of history. And by me looking back in history, I can't believe it, but they had it all figured out. And somewhere along the way, I don't know if it was the magazines or what, but man, we lost the magic. But I'm here to bring the miracle back. And I hope that you'll join the Miracle Swing Country Club lifetime membership, one time only. And the value of everything that you get so far outweighs the membership cost. We can't give any more. And I would love to see you inside the country club.
That's great, Christo. Thank you for your time. I appreciate you really taking a leap of faith here, going all in on this movement, which I think is a real testimonial to the transformations that people are getting. And I want people to know when there's people like Vince and other people who've been part of MSTV for 5+ years, these are the people that get in, they're founding members. And as you can see, Chris is reminding me, hey, don't forget about Chris Cheddar. And these are the people that are inside the community, because I've been part of multiple golf membership sites. It's the same thing. And these other people who've been part of MSTV longer are the ones that are going to support you with your swing. They're the ones going to support you with your game. The people who've been here longer, been here part of it, they help support the new people coming in, learning this miracle swing movement.
So let me just, I'd like to touch on this for a moment. So golf instruction sites, you'll see this golf star or that golf star, and they have this golf lesson or that golf lesson. That's really cool. I've got that too. I've got the system I think works the best. It works the best for me, and it's got the best results when I share it with my students. But you know who else is in here? Jack Nicklaus, Gary Player, Chichi Rodriguez, Jody Vasquez, Greg McHatton, Chris Cheddar. The list goes on and on. It continues to grow. Next month, I'm going to go see Jackie Burke. This is the premier site. I mean, it's like, I just don't know anybody else who has that added level, plus the live coaching, plus the community. So I don't know what else to tell you guys. We're trying to give you I've given you the very best I can. I'm obsessed with this and I love it. So that's about all I can say about that.
Yeah. Joe says, when does access start after signing up? Joe, we got to get going, but access starts immediately. The moment you sign up on the miracleswingexperience.com site, you get an email right away. That's an invitation to the private community in the Circle group online. You can download the app, have it on your phone, start talking into the community. We already have people creating discussions, making posts. You can already start watching the content. And we have our first live stream this Wednesday for Chris to say thanks, greet all the founding members, and get the ball rolling, trending forward with the Miracle Swing movement. Christo, thank you again for your time. We're doing another live at 7 p.m. PST time. Hey, last chance. Go there, 90-day money-back guarantee. There's no risk whatsoever, only that your golf game actually reaches new heights it's never been. Christo, have a beautiful day. Thank you.
Thank you, guys. I love you all. We'll see you inside the Miracle Swing Country Club.